Hello. Today I'm talking about Supanova. Supanova is a pop culture convention in Australia, in Melbourne. Well, they have it in Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, and Sydney. I don't think they have it in Queensland. Brisbane, I think, is the regular place for it. But yeah, usually they do it 2 different weekends. They'll have like I think it's... Is it... Oh my god, I don't even remember anymore. I feel like it's Melbourne and Perth, and then Sydney and Adelaide in on different weekends, in different months of the year, of course. So anyway, this was the Melbourne one. Did I shoot any footage? No, this is mostly me talking about my haul. It's a haul video, yeah boy. I was there for several of hours. I don't think I've spent that much time at a Supernova before, because me and my track record for conventions, I've been going since 2012, maybe 2011. I'm pretty sure 2012, when Oz Comic Con first started in Melbourne. That I don't go to anymore, but it used to be fucking amazing. Not anymore. Me and my friends don't really care for it. We went one year, and we went, like, the last time we went, we were there for an hour, and then we just left. It was not worth the time and money. But it's different for different people. If you're a cosplay person, if you're like a celebrity, if you're into like all the things like the community stuff, there's a lot to incorporate there. So I'm not going to completely disregard it, especially because now they've been doing it more like December period to have, sorry, my face is itchy, to do like Christmas functions. But still, nevertheless, if it's your thing, it's your thing. That's good for you. You know, I don't live in conventions. It's the same as PAX. I go maybe. I usually still go, but it's usually a maybe. But Supernova, me and my friends always enjoy going around the April-March period at the start of the year. And I have a bunch of friends who actually go there as well, both either as people who like to just go and also people who sell. I bought stuff from friends, but first we're going to talk about Spirits of the Air, Gremlins of the Clouds. Wow. I definitely said that wrong in my what I watched in March video. Anyway, this is a Beyond Genres release from Umbrella Entertainment, a film written and directed by Alex Proyas, of whom I got his autograph. This is a really nice release for the film. I've had this Blu-ray for several years now, since it's all regions as well, actually. It's a nice 2K restoration. I rewatched it on the weekend. It was the night before I saw him. It was just beautiful. And I had seen it back in like 2019, I think, and I really enjoyed it back then, with the same Blu-ray, but I got him to sign the alternate artwork, so that's his signature on the artwork, not on the plastic. And yeah, so that was a nice experience, meeting him. There's the artwork below, that's the same as the cover art. It was one of those weird situations where we went to find him, and we didn't know where the hell he was, because usually they've got celebrity booths, like a whole line at the back of the main building, and he wasn't there. And so like, okay, maybe he'll be in Artist Alley, ? You know, maybe with like the smaller people, or like the comic book creators or something. He wasn't there either. And we went and asked the guy, and he said that he was next to John Jarrett. And when he said that, I'm like, oh, I know where he is. He was the one part of the building we hadn't looked at, the left-hand side. Because John Jarrett, who's a pretty well-known Australian actor who always goes to the conventions in Australia, which is great. He's a nice guy. I've met him before. I got him to sign Picnic Hanging Rock booklet. Either way, we found their booth and found him, and it was just a table in the middle of nowhere. It was very strange. But yeah, I was like $50 for the ticket to get an autograph, and we chatted for a bit, because he has directed... I've seen all of his films, except for, like, I think one called, like, Garage Days or something, which came out, like, in 2000. That's the only one I haven't seen. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. But he did, Spirits of the Air. Then his next film was The Crow, the 1994 film, which I've also seen. I'm like, God, I've gotten my steelbook signed, but I'm like, I like Spirits of the Air more as a Australian film. Then he did Dark City, which they've got a new 4K coming out, so I talked to him about that as well. I've rewatched my Blu-ray of the director's cut, which actually still looks really nice, so I can't say I need a 4K, but I'm not gonna not get the 4K, because come on, why wouldn't I? And he was really happy about that, because he loves the fact that his films are on Blu-ray, especially with Spirits of the Air. He had such a fun time remastering that, and he's had a great time working with Arrow, so that was really nice to know. And he said that the transfer looks really good. I'm like, good, well, he's the fucking director. I'd hope that the transfer looks good, And so, even though I think it was actually approved, like the transfer was approved by like the cinematographer or something. So I'm like, that still works, you know. Nevertheless, he had done as well iRobot, Knowing, the Nicolas Cage apocalypse kind of movie, and Gods of Egypt. Those three films I'm not as huge on. I haven't seen iRobot since I was a kid, and I can't say I'm ho-hum about it. Knowing, I know I enjoyed as a kid, but I can't say I could rewatch it and maybe still enjoy it. Maybe, probably. But Gods of Egypt I actively despise. Despite it being an old best friend's favourite film. So I feel like that kind of went to show because I'm not friends with that person anymore. Not for that reason, for very different reasons. But nevertheless, I pointed out to him actually saying how it was a friend of mine's favourite film. So I'm like, hey, at least you can be happy about that. And he's like, oh no, a lot of people actually like the film. I was surprised by that, but he said that people occasionally ask him if they're going to make a sequel, and he said, I won't. I don't care what the studio does. Which is an interesting one, because again, he mentioned how he was born in Egypt, raised in Australia, and because he's of Egyptian heritage, he didn't want the whitewashed cast that the film actually had. He was actually actively critical about it, but the studio wouldn't let him talk about it. Which was nice to know, you know, that this director will still try to stick by his guns, but the studio has more control, so hence he now creates his own films more independently, outside of doing some, unfortunately, AI projects, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta kick some dirt around to see what comes out of it, and then maybe make a film, but he seems to be making a real live-action actual movie, so that's, well, I think it's a short film, but it's expected, I think, he said next year, so... But that's good, you know. I was happy that he's, like, found himself in a better place now where he's able to make things that he wants to make that isn't, you know, he doesn't have someone breathing down his neck. I don't know how happy he was with the fact that I wasn't overly happy about, like, iRobot and, you know, Gods of Egypt. I wasn't, like, adamantly trying to shit on him because I'm also, like, you know, I told him how much I like, you know, the Spirits of the Air and Dark City and how I think that they're wonderful films, so... You know, there's definitely that level to it where I really like, you know, him as a director. And it's really cool to meet someone like that. He inquired as to whether I was, you know, an aspiring filmmaker or a filmmaker in general. And I said it's one of those, one day it'd be nice, you know, to make a movie. To which, of course, he responded saying that, you know, I've still got time, and I do, hopefully. But I did mention how I'm more of a in the film historian circuit with, like, you know, the Cinemaniacs and stuff like that, even though I didn't name drop the Cinemaniacs. I should have. I don't think he would have known what it was, but that could have been interesting. But yeah, it's always one of those things where you have an interaction with someone like that, and that, you know, with an artist who you don't know because they don't know your stance of humor, stance of point of view and stuff, and I don't want to sound like a dick, you know? Like, he seemed to have a nice self-awareness about the fact that, like, yeah, his films of those regards aren't so positively, you know, perceived, but... he still got to make them, you know, and it was big studio things, so he was basically a gun for hire to some degree, of which, you know, I have a friend who was the same aspect. She travelled to America just to film one film, then she was just there to direct it. She had no real actual input. But that's just kind of how it goes with those kind of situations. Nevertheless, that was a fun interaction. It was nice to meet him. I feel like I was there for too long because I talk, obviously. So, nevertheless, I'm happy to have had an interaction with him, and I wished him well on his future projects, and I was excited to see his further films, because I am. I'm very interested to see what he does. But nevertheless, we've got trinkets and posters and shit to talk about, so let's go into that. Okay, well, I got a little poster. These are going to be reflective because they're still in plastic. This is an Evil Dead 2 poster that someone made, an art project. I just like the art style for it. I will do my best to link down below the guy who actually did the artwork for it, same as the other artists as well, because they're on Instagram, of course. Got two more. This one is actually done by a friend of mine, Billy, who goes by the art name of Loopsy Daisy. That's the only reason I realised she was there, because I thought she would have been, because again, I follow her on plenty of platforms and whatever, and I don't know if I knew that she was at Supanova, but I saw her icon at the end of one of the booths, and I was like, oh my god, that's Billy. She was just surrounded by so many things, you couldn't see her. She didn't realize I was even there until I went to buy the stuff, and she's like, oh, it's you. So, yeah, I got this one specifically because her and I both love this movie. This is Swiss Army Man, and I've always wanted to buy one of her prints, and it's just a really nice print. So, you know, that's cool. love Billy's work. And she had done 2 ghost ones as well. Again, it's very reflective because of the plastic that it's in, which is nice that it came in plastic instead of just being a piece of cardboard. But yeah, it's actually just a baggie. But yeah, so she had this one as well, which is just a bunch of little colourful ghosts at night time. There was one that was just a ghost in the woods, which also looked really nice. I'm like, I think I want to get this one more. It's just a bit more, I don't know, a bit more edge distinction to it. But no, it's cool. I like also being able to like actually support my friends in terms of like giving them money for their art. Like I like that, you know. It's like when I got Phil and Katie's concert shirt. Like I still paid for that. I didn't just get it as a freebie. I'm like, no, I'm paying for this shit because they are putting in the money to make this stuff, and I'm a fan of their band. I got to do it. I also met a person who had a bunch of keychains. This was actually a mystery bag. This one of all the mystery bags, unfortunately, I had bought one that came with Brahms the Boy, this guy at the front here. I'll show you the keychains in a second. This one is actually a bag of stickers, which was a weird mistake. It was bagged up in there, and I thought because it was thicker, it would be a thicker thing. I didn't realize that if I had have shaken it, realize that there was a bell. But it comes with some stickers, which is nice. You know, you got them. Some funny stickers as well in there. So there's a good range. I'll have more on my Instagram if you're interested in looking at them. So as a kind of apologetic freebie, she let me, grab another one of the keychain ones because I was paying for a keychain one. I wasn't paying for the stickers. I should have just given her back the stickers. I don't know why I didn't. But yeah, so I got one with Pinhead. Hey, I got a Hellraiser one. I don't know if that's going to focus. These are just little, keychain trinkets. I've actually combined them into one. I'm yet to actually figure out what to do with them. But yeah, so it's just a double-sided art design, and then you got Brahms the Boy, so that's the one who lives in the wall. I haven't even seen the fucking movie, but still. That's why I wasn't overly keen about the one of the Brahms the Boy. I'm like, well, I'm just going to buy another one because I can't exactly exchange. So I'll just add them all together. So it comes with the main one being like the Pinhead face and the Brahms the Boy face, but then the special ones being the little doll face, and of course the cube that they use to activate to get the Cenobites in. So that's just nice. I've got to find a bag to put it on now. Trinkets are fun, but it was a nice range, and she was nice, so I followed her as well, because she had some stickers that were, I think, she had a Frankenstein one. She said that, I was like, oh, are you doing a Creature from Black Lagoon one? She's like, yeah, actually, I will be soon. So I'm like, I followed her for that reason. Hooray. We also went and saw Freya Cycorg, who I've done an interview with before. Bought a bookmark from her. She had one that was beautiful. It was like an owl, I think it was. It was some kind of bird, and I was just like that. I was really mesmerizing. It looked gorgeous, but I loved the colors of this, and because I love purple as a color, purple, violet, whatever shade of purple. And I like bats, nocturnal. This is, of course, a bookmark, so it has her logo at the bottom there, so I'll link her down below as well. Also, maybe my interview, if I remember. But yeah, she's good, great local artist. She does mostly wood burning stuff, so most of that stuff would have been something she's actually burnt into wood, and then she's got a print from it, and then just reproduced it, whether it be smaller art pieces or actual bookmarks and stuff. She does wooden spoons of recent, which have apparently become really popular, which is great. She does little badges for little characters based on I was gonna say mythological properties, but they're mostly a kind of biblical. It's medieval. Medieval is probably the best phrasing for it. All these different little creatures and critters and stuff. I did buy a constellation one, but I'm not going to show what's in this unless I don't get around to editing this video till the end of the week, because I bought 2. One for me, one for my partner, and we like to open mystery boxes, but together. It's a thing. So I don't want to do it on camera. So I'm going to leave this for a later date. In this case, at the end of the week, because she was not at the convention. But I think that'd be nice. I'm really hopeful, because again, they're little constellation creatures, so I can get either one of those, and their little phone charms. A lot of people this year had phone charms. There's obviously a fuck ton of stickers, and little posters and everything. Artist Alley is always really impressive. Okay, go for it.
I don't even know what this is, but oh my god, look at this.
So it's a little dongle for your phone.
Yeah.
It's a constellation thingy from Freya, right. From Cycorg.
It's very cute.
Cute.
I love it. Let's see what you got.
Pass the thing for variation's sake. So what have we got? So we
So
got... Is that epoxy?
Are these based on horoscopes?
I think so.
Yeah.
Hoping to not get the same one that Helene got.
Hopefully not.
Oh, I got a snake.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I picked the right one then.
You're not a big snake person?
I mean, what do you think? Do you think I'm Robert Irwin or something?
No, clearly not. He's white.
He's white.
But yeah, so...
And got abs at this point.
Does that look good on the camera?
Let's see if it's focusing.
Yeah.
How do I focus?
It'll automatically focus.
Okay, yeah, it's focusing now.
Sure.
Nice.
Nice, good work, Freya. Cyborg. Links down below.
Alright, here we are.
The last two we have is this one, which was $10. It was a little car. The other one is a pack of alien cards. So that'll have probably been in the thumbnail to try and tantalize you into watching the video. But I'm going to leave that till last because it's cool. I must admit it was weird going to Supanova this year because it just felt empty. And this is why we were still there for hours, because there wasn't, like, there was a lot of people, but there wasn't a lot where you're constantly traffic jammed or whatever, which is probably a good thing in any case anyway. Most of the people that would be there on a Sunday would be, like, for the families, or, like, if they're cosplaying both days, or it's better for them to go Sunday because there's less people, and there generally is less people on a Sunday anyway. So I got myself a Pikachu bus. This is actually from Japan, but the person who was selling it had a bunch of, like, Pokemon cards and plushies and stuff. It's kind of, is that upside down? No, that's the right way up. It's kind of amusing how many people had Pokemon cards this year. Very unusual. I feel like it's unusual, but obviously it's such a big thing now. Even my mate Pierre brought his book of Pokemon cards, because he got them from his dad, to see if he could sell any of them. Not exactly at Supanova, but to see if anyone at Supanova could identify if his were real or fake, because he had one that was, like, worth, like, $700, and he asked the guy, and the guy was like, yeah, it's a fake. It was just an immediate response, which is good that he could identify it as a fake immediately. So, this is a little box. Oh, that's adorable. It's just a toy. It's a fucking toy car. But he's just a little Pokemon. He's a Pikachu, obviously. It's got a little door, windows with Pokeballs in them. You can see inside it has chairs, which is nice. I don't think the chairs extend all the way. Let me double check. No, you can see for two of the windows, and you get a driving wheel and, like, a driver's chair and then two chairs next to it. But you can't see into the rest of it, which is perfectly fine. For those curious, it is called Pokidoko. Oh my god, it's written there. It's gonna let it focus. That's what it is if you're looking for it. This was, again, I got it for $10, which is the main reason why I bought it, because there was a lot of people with Pokemon stuff. And it just looked really cute. Look at him, he's got fucking ears and shit. It's adorable. It's just a little car. It actually says 2023. So it's pretty recent. But yeah, just a little Pikachu bus. And last but not least, we have Alien. Dun, 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 dun. So this is a pack of cards. I bought this because this is the Kenner Alien set, actually. It's from 1979. It's actually, like, original, which apparently isn't too surprising that you could get that. The guy who was selling it there had a bunch of different ones. He had Indiana Jones for, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom. I am going to open it. It was only $30. But I want to open it because it comes with 10 movie photo cards, 1 sticker, and 1 stick of bubblegum, which I've been advised not to eat, and it peels open very easily. So I'm going to try to be careful with this, because it is just paper. Actually, I can just open the whole thing. Oh my god, okay. The gum's just there, and it's split in half. Split in twain. That's depressing. What is this? Ring Pop, the most exciting new lollipop idea for fun since the invention of candy. It's got an advertisement, if you will. That's crazy. obviously luckily the gum was on that side, so it's burnt into it basically. Oh, so we have. Oh, this is the sticker. This is the sticker. It's Ash, baby. It's Ash from Alien. Remember Ash? He's the android. They smell old. We got. These are these double sided? They're all double sided. Okay, that's really interesting. Okay, so this one is returning to the refinery card. Gotta wait for it to focus. So it's just the ship landing. Yeah. Which is interesting. It does have a picture on the back saying, "Here is what your complete red border puzzle will look like. Collect all 16 cards of puzzle A." It appears that they have a puzzle that makes you collect multiple of them and it makes up the Nostromo. That's a little depressing, because that's never going to happen. Then we have the landscape image. The Last Supper. Ho 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 ho. This has card number 59. With spirits high following the recovery of Kane, the Nostromo crew gathers together for a hearty supper. Continued on card number 60. So it's literally just the story of the movie in card form. That is hilarious. That is really cute as well. Just a tiny little still from the movie. See, those who complain about lobby cards, they don't know shit. I mean, they kind of do know some shit, let's be honest. Then we got this one, which I can't read backwards, unfortunately. The Steamy Peril. That sounds really sexy, which is strange because it's like the least sexy part of the movie. This is obviously part of the puzzle, but that would be the scene early on when they're Ripley is trying to talk to them and the pipes keep bursting with air and whatever, and they just turn the thingy after she's gone and it stops because they're being assholes. Anyway, ooh, we got the face grabber. We got the face grabber. Fuck yeah. This is obviously when they're examining Kane when he's got the facehugger on. This is card number 57. The weird alien creature has fastened itself to Kane's face, forcing it to part its tail around the officer's throat. Surgery is useless as this monster appears to be self-sealing. Self-sealing. Continued on card number 58. I'm very curious to see if I'll get a really, really iconic scene, but that's a really nice shot in general. Because I feel like they're going in a particular order. Oh, fuck yeah, I got the warning nightmare. I don't know what any of this stuff means, but look, it's a fucking alien jumping out of the guy. Oh, fuck yeah. I love that I actually got a picture of the alien. That's so cool. And the back of it is obviously just a piece of a puzzle, which I don't care for. Then we have The Search Begins. Oh, this is number 63, so this will be just after the alien has chest bursted. Dallas and his team devise a plan for disposing of the alien. With an electrical rod, they will force the monster into an airlock and out of the Nostromo. Continued on card number 64. Then we have Where Can It Be? We're getting into that area of this is like just after. I feel like I'm getting like instead of random cards, they seem to be a specific part of the movie, which I kind of dig. Like that's kind of cool. So it's just showing you just the set of the movie, which is nice. And again, there's nothing on the back. Oh, what is this? Escape Shuttle Narcissus. Narcissus? Yeah. This is number 77. Okay, this actually jumps further into the movie. With Jones locked in her cat box, Ripley races to the escape craft Narcissist and locks the door behind her. Can she, the last member of the Nostromo team, escape the cruel fate of her companions? Continuing on card number 78. Okay, so it is just randomly. I just happen to be getting a lot in the same area. It's all in the second half of the film anyway. Then this one, which has nothing on the back, is... Oh, that looks like them on the planet. Is that them on the planet? Yeah, it is. The Asteroid Explorers, which is actually, if I'm not mistaken, kids in a costume. Yeah, to make them look taller. I love I got the alien one and the facehugger one. Fucking awesome. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Ooh, baby, we got the Nostromo. Oh, this is the last one. We got the Nostromo. How cool is that? Oh, I love this shit. This is number one? Holy fuck. I got number one. Number one, time, the future, place, the commercial towing vehicle Nostromo, a gigantic mineral ore refinery being tugged across the galaxy. Its crew, 5 men, 2 women, and 1 cat, are deep in hypersleep. Continued on card number 5. And that's card number 1. Holy shit, I got card number fucking 1. What a pull. And I got, of course, back to Ash. That is so fucking nice. I'm not going to take that sticker off for Ash, but that is so fucking cool. I got the Nostromo, I got the Alien. What a batch. Nostromo, Explorers, the Escape Shuttle. Where can it be? The Search Begins. That one's upside down. Fucking Warning Nightmare. Walking Nightmare. I said it wrong. Walking Nightmare. That's just when it's just attacking Ripley. Fucking beautiful. Oh my god, what a great fucking set. This is definitely worth the $30. Holy shit. Because I didn't also know what to expect, and there's probably going to be some people who, older than me, would have known of this. I am not eating that gum. I'm going to have to throw that in the bin. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with it, actually. I probably should throw it in the bin, shouldn't I? Imagine getting gum from a fucking card packet. That sounds so American. Well, it smells like rank old cardboard. But that's cool. They're not playing cards, they're just collected cards, which is cool. So, yeah. Fuck, that's awesome. I should have got the Raiders one as well now that I think about it, but hey, that's right. $30. Take it as it goes. So, yeah, that is all. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're interested in any of the artists, I'll link them down below with Cycorg, Freya, with Billy's work, Loopsy Daisy, and the other guy who did, and the person who did the keychains. We have Liam F. Clark, who did the Evil Dead poster, and we have Chicken Geek, who did the keychains. She's got a lot of chicken-related stuff. A lot of cool posters as well. Some for, like, Star Trek, The Thing, Frankenstein. So, yeah. Real fucking nice. So, yeah. That's all. Thanks for watching. There's nothing else worth really mentioning about the day, I don't think. That's all. Thanks for watching. I'm really happy with that Alien card. I love how I got the fucking Xenomorph in it. No Ripley, unfortunately, but I did get Last Supper, so I can't complain. Yeah, would have been cool to have the chest burster as well, but of course you can't get all the iconic images in one fucking go, so I'm just happy that I got the fucking Alien. Fucking nice, because the Alien's only there for like 7 minutes, so yeah. Alright, well that's all. Thanks for watching. Make sure to support local and go to conventions, and buy a lot of shit. And meet people, celebrities. Wow, all of it. 10 out of 10. We'll do again. See you next time. Adios.